Hi, this is Amir from Webpreneur University. I'm now sitting with Mark Nathwani, who makes a living on the internet, and he does PLR, private label rights. And so we're going to be asking him a bit more about that business model, what exactly PLR is, and how can people make money from that, and what's the business about. So, Mark, thanks for taking the time out.
No problem, it's a pleasure.
So, just explain a little bit. What is PLR?
PLR stands for Private Label Rights. And if you can just, I'll give you an example. For example, a company like Walmart. Now, they'll have a lot of products like beans and tissues and things like that. They don't manufacture them all themselves.
Yeah.
They have other people manufacture them. That saves a lot of time, effort, energy. Why reinvent the wheel when there's other people producing the stuff?
Yeah.
So they'll relabel it in their own brand and resell it. And private label rights for the internet marketing industry works in exactly the same kind of way. So you've got access to a whole library of products which you can label it as if it's your own product. So it saves you a lot of time, effort, energy, education. Somebody's already been through all that and made this product for you to be able to resell it. It's a perfect way for beginners to start. It's very highly underestimated and underrated, but the guys that are secretly underground using private label rights are making an absolute fortune. I myself, just last month alone, probably made about 40,000–50,000 pounds on private label rights and resale rights just myself.
Awesome.
And it's not been long since I've started, so I would highly recommend using private label rights or resale rights.
So, for instance, someone else has done research on how to market through Facebook, for instance, right?
Sure. I mean, yeah.
And then they put together a course in a module.
Yes.
And when we take a PLR, do we use their brand, or you can say, can I take credit for it and say, this is my product?
Yeah, if it's private label rights, then you can do what you like with it. It comes with there's no restrictions. And if it's a resale rights, in fact, every product comes with a license, and the license actually tells you what you can and can't do with it.
Okay.
Some of the authors don't like you to change the branding or any of the content and the copyright. Then you just have the rights to resell it and keep 100% of the money. Some authors give you master resale rights, which means I can sell it to you and give you the rights to resell it as well. That's the master resale rights. So master resale rights always carry a slightly higher value.
Awesome. And so now, let's say people in the Middle East, they're trying to get into the business, and it sounds like this is a good way to get into the info marketing business. How can they get started on it? They can come to your site and get some products?
Yes, they can. We actually do a range of stuff. And because I've been through the learning curve myself, the way I've set up my service is that it's good for beginners and it's good for the gurus. And I've got a lot of the speakers that speak on stage. They use my site. They've subscribed to my site. They use it as added value. How can they get started? Okay, they can go to the site and just become a free member, and they'll get a handful of free things just to try. They can also browse the site and just look at all the products before they subscribe. There's also a product list, so you can download the product list itself. I suggest you print it out. It's about 48 pages of products. And look at it, and if you like it, subscribe. If you don't like it, then don't. So I'm one of the few people who actually gives you access and sort of like a view in before you pay.
Awesome. So as Webpreneur University, what I could do is one strategy that I'm thinking is give loads of free content so people can learn from likes of yourself. Now people are learning about PLR, for instance, as a business model. But then what I can do as an upsell on the side is get some great content that I think is good. Like I think you mentioned Mike Phil Sames, Butterfly Marketing, all these products. Then I can start reselling it.
Yes, you can.
And give people money back guarantees, etc. And then they'll be happy, and I'm happy.
Yeah, always give a full money back guarantee. Honesty and integrity is a very important part. Do give people to download the product, look at it, and if they don't like it, then give them a refund. You will get a few people that will use it and still take advantage of your offer. And if you've got to put up with a few percentage of those people to give the other 98% of confidence, I highly recommend you do that.
Awesome. And when we buy the product, like let's say Mike Phil Sames, Butterfly Marketing, do we have to create the sales page, or do they give that to you in that thing?
A lot of the products come with sales pages professionally created.
Okay.
And a lot of them you have to make your own.
Okay.
But because there's over 500,000, a lot of the sales pages are it's a standard format. where the first question is you're identifying the need, then you're satisfying the need. You know, there's a special psychological way of laying out a sales page. So you can take any one really, and you can adapt the content. You can even take a wine sales page and adapt it to a pets sales page, because you know the actual methodology is the same.
I often, from newbie internet marketers, I always say, man, do these long sales pages really work and all that, and does it work in the region?
You know, that's a very good question. I'm glad you've asked that, because video is now overtaking these long sales pages.
Yeah.
And that's given private label rights and resale rights actually a whole new life, because what a lot of my delegates are doing, they're actually reading the sales page.
Yeah.
And as they're reading the sales page, they're creating a video just like we are.
Yeah.
So I could have a sales page, I could read it and say, hey guys, you know what, I've got this awesome pet product here, we're going to teach you how to buy a pet, how to take care of a pet, and this product does this, and bingo, you've got a nice audio.
Awesome.
And the sales page, all the content is there, you know?
Awesome. So what you do is you take PowerPoint, you get a microphone, you start speaking out the page, then you put some pictures on it,
Absolutely.
and then
you've just created a brand new product.
And then 15 to 25 minutes, and then you put a link to your product.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend any sales pages go on for more than about 3 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Anything more than that, people are going to switch off.
Okay.
And you know, a lot of the serious A-lister gurus, they don't have a time. Now, for the very, very well-known high-listers, A-listers, it works. Because however long that video goes on, whether it's half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, people will sit and listen. But if you're not really ranking to be one of the 20, 30, 40, $50 million guys, I wouldn't recommend it. Have a timeline, let people see how long the video is, and let them decide whether they want to watch it or not, otherwise they'll just switch off.
Okay, so 3 to 5 minute video.
Maximum.
And then we're allowed to set the pricing for the product, or it's recommended pricing, or some have limits.
Every product comes with its own license.
Okay.
And that license will tell you what you can and can't do with it. Some products allow you to give it away free, some don't. Some allow you to be packaged in a membership site, some don't. Some allow you to change it. Every author has his own terms and conditions of how he wants you to offer the product, and I would highly recommend you please respect that.
Okay, cool. And where are most of your customers coming from? The U.S. when you're selling your own stuff, or is it?
You know, this is the advantage about online marketing. I've got clients that have come from the most weirdest parts of the world. You know, and you'd think I can't even understand how they've reached my site. But yeah, that's the beauty about the internet.
Yeah.
You can access anybody in the world.
Awesome.
And your business is open to the world.
Awesome. And is it only in English, or do you have Arabic or anything like that content in different languages?
At the moment it's English, and I'll tell you why it's just English at the moment. Because to create 500,000 products in other languages would be near enough impossible.
Yeah.
So I'll only offer product whatever is available.
Yeah.
Some products are in multiple languages, they're there too.
Okay, cool, Mark. Where can people check this out, and if they're interested in PLR, how can they get involved? How can they?
Sure, I mean, I'd recommend you log on to firstly my site, which is marknathwani.com, spelled Nathwani, marknathwani.com. And then on there, if you go to the resale rights section and all my other websites, I've also got a free Rolodex on there of about 250 very useful tools and websites which you can go to that help you with your internet marketing. That's all there free, you can just download it and access that as well.
Awesome, Mark. Thanks a lot for your time. Once again, sorry. PLR is quite important in the internet world, as Mark was saying. You know, it's all about knowledge and content creation, and if someone's done the work, they might as well give it to other people to market, right? So you can get started on the internet selling someone else's stuff, and that's what Mark can help you with. So if you go to marknathwani.com and click through on the PLR, you're going to start reselling, and this is one of the things that I'm going to be marketing on Webpreneur University as well, is other people's products that I bought the rights to sell on. Okay, this is Amir from webpreneuruniversity.com.